Today we need to get into the label's CEO allegedly confirming his relationship with Zionism and what the new updates with this is about. We also have people saying that apparently Jennie visited V at a restaurant and what was going on with that. And then we have some pictures trending of people saying they're dating V. So hey Dumplings, it's safe to decide hate it or not. Make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Make sure you join us fangirling on Patreon with some free content on Saturdays now, and let's go. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest with this one and say that I'm not entirely sure where this first story that I'm going to be talking about originally came from. I'm not sure what caused it, and I'm not sure of how it happened, but I can talk about what happened and what I think caused it. So what am I talking about today? What am I yapping about today? If you are unaware, there was a trend that happened very recently that said V's girlfriend. This trend was essentially trying to show that V had a girlfriend, and I believe the initial trend, if you scroll back further enough, was talking about Jennie, and there were a lot of comments saying that she was his girlfriend, and there was a lot of stuff happening. Now, of course, if you're aware of what happened in that situation, then you might know that both people got a lot of hate and it got very big, that both people were getting death threats, and just a bunch of awful things. Now, him having death threats over a dating rumor is a bit extreme, but hey, I don't write the rules of Kpop. This apparently is a staple in Kpop that you must send death threats to someone who is dated. However, the trend, or the hashtag V's girlfriend, started trending pretty rapidly and started trending with a lot of people in that. So now this is very frustrating for the community because now every time the hashtag is seen or it is trending, which tends to be a lot, the only posts that you're going to see are ones that are attacking both celebrities, and especially if their favorite person is a BTS member, they don't want other people attached to BTS's name, and they don't want BTS to be seen in any sort of scandal. And what the K-pop considers a scandal is them not being seen in a way that makes them seem like they're amazing. It makes them look like gods. So what the community did, which I thought was extremely clever, was they started putting that hashtag under their own post when they would post a photo of V and themselves. And they would say that they are V's girlfriend. Now, what this does is that anytime anyone clicks on the hashtag, they're just going to think that it's fan-made content and that it's just fans posting pictures of themselves next to their favorite idol. And they're not going to think that it's a dating rumor. However, I do think that this is very interesting because I think it's effective and it does work. However, I think a lot of people are already aware of the dating rumor, and thus doing something like this doesn't necessarily get rid of the dating rumor. If anything, it just makes the hashtag bigger, which then makes people scroll back to see it eventually, because there's bound to be one or two posts from that hashtag that are really big from what the hashtag was formerly about. And how social media and how Twitter works is they'll eventually show you that content because you were on the hashtag. So if anything, it's promoting the old stuff and making the old stuff kind of resurface again. Relationships are a very interesting thing, and I'm very interested in the stuff that gets posted. Scooter posted something that I thought was extremely interesting. So if you are unaware of what is going on in the world, I can give a little bit of context, but I imagine most people are aware of the stuff that is happening overseas with Gaza, Hamas, and Israel. But apparently a lot of people here in the US have been very angry over what unfolded there and sort of the political stuff that I won't get too into. However, I do agree with some of the stuff, and it's warranted to be angry about. However, a lot of the ways things have gone about are things that I don't necessarily agree with, nor would I be excited to hear that it's happening. For example, a lot of schools, due to a lot of the people being very angry, have been violently protested, have been attacked. Just so many awful things have been happening. This means that some places have literally been broken into and that sort of stuff, which in America, having the right to protest is a right that you have. However, protesting in a violent way or protesting and destroying property is not allowed in any circumstance. I feel like a lot of people are using this situation that is happening as a reason to be angry, to say, well, this is why I'm breaking into your place, because you guys help contribute to this. Meanwhile, breaking in and doing all that stuff is never the right answer to things. So Scooter Braun posted on his Instagram a photo of what was going on, basically was talking about how disgusted he was and all that stuff. And people have been using that post to say that him posting about this and showing that he is for Israel is something that is really bad. And that is an example the label should look into as to why they need to remove Scooter as a CEO. Now, this is a very interesting thing for me to talk about because I think there's a lot of controversy revolving around this. And specifically, in my opinion, if someone has a religious belief for standing up for their own country, nation, whatever it is, there's the right to do that. We live in America where that is their right to do that. Of course, a lot of people will raise this idea or question where they say if someone believes in genocide or believes in something that is resulting in the death of a lot of people, does that give them the right to do that? Does living in America mean they can believe in those things and be considered a morally or ethically correct person? Obviously, if they actually believe in those things, then the answer is no. However, in no religion and no ethnic background does it ever state anywhere in books or in cultural reading that they believe in genocide. I've seen so many people get canceled from the fact that they are just from Israel. Like, their parents are there and then now they're in the US, but they're from Israel. Like, I feel like some of these people who are getting mad and attacking people aren't even sure what it is that they're supposed to be mad about. They're just seeing things and being mad at things for no reason. You're being mad at an entire race of people. You don't see anything wrong with that. And it bothers me because I know what type of people these people are who are saying this. They don't really care about any other race except for Koreans or K-pop idols. Mind you, these people likely aren't even Korean. So it makes even less sense to me. The other type of people who, as long as it doesn't affect their K-pop idol, they do not care. Hence why they're going after people who are Israeli that have come in contact with BTS or K-pop idols. A lot has been going on online recently, and I think one of the more interesting things that I have seen was a video footage that seemed like it was taken by a security camera, where it showed Jennie and a couple of other people entering a listening party. This was for JK's listening party. And of course, some of the BTS members appeared, and of course, some people within the label appeared as well. Now, I don't know who leaked this footage or who recorded it, but it was believed that JK's listening party was in a space that was rented out beneath a restaurant. So it was in the basement of this restaurant, and I assume the basement was still part of the restaurant, but I think he rented out that entire space and then had a lot of people come over. And that was just kind of the area in which people would party. Now, people were very shocked and were shocked about who showed up as a guest. Now, I do want to preface that this has been shady to me since the beginning, because while we see a lot of these guests going down into the basement, we don't actually know if this was JK's listening party, nor had I seen any specific proof that was specifically saying that this was his listening party. Could have just been a party that a brand was hosting or something. Now, I believe the restaurant at the time came out to say that they were going to respect the artist's privacy and were not going to talk about any of those things, like if they knew who and who were dating. People were specifically upset, or I guess confused, as to why Jennie attended if V and Jennie were not actually dating. Now, there's a lot of theories here, and I don't know if the two are actually dating or were actually dating. However, it's extremely tough to confirm or deny that, given that the label have neither confirmed or denied it. And the two have allegedly been spotted together, holding hands, so all the evidence seems to point to the fact that they were dating, and then news articles were being posted basically saying the two were reportedly broken up right before the military. Of course, this is all speculation. Assuming that this was a listening party and those members did come, it makes sense why different people from other groups and other parts of the label would be attending a listening party. Doesn't even necessarily mean that everyone at the listening party are friends, but people who attend such things are typically people who are in the industry and industry professionals. And so, of course, people like artists from other groups and people from within the label are going to attend to give critiques and stuff like that. Now, the point of a listening party, contrary to what people think, is not just a party to host right before an album releases. It's not just a fun thing like, congratulations, my album's coming out, let's host a party. It's really a final look with other artists to kind of get critiques on how to roll out the album and what promotion or what the PR stunt is going to be in order to roll it out, or what song should be the lead single, or even some minor critiques that could even be made to an individual song before it gets released. So of course, people who go to a listening party, they're going to be people who are in the industry and have a lot of experience and are very successful, which of course includes Jennie. Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out Patreon for more videos. Link down below. Thanks, just leave a comment right here. Love you. Bye.